Just anti-chafe strips.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Hiya folks, it is now 5 to 10 in the morning, Sunday morning. We've been here since 9 o'clock. Where's Mr. Smith?
Hard at it, hard at it.
He's not here.
Working hard.
What can I say? But we are getting on with it, not letting the site down. This is
These celebrities.
Yeah.
Fame got to them. Turn up his demands. Yeah, where's my man?
You think he does all the work? No, in fairness to him, he does, in fairness. He's just running a bit late. Well, when I say a bit, I have no point coming in. Here he is, Mr. Smith coming in. Yeah, folks. It is now, look at that, 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's not good, I'm not proud of it. You ever go on bench?
Yep.
There aren't many cars where the engine is an easy two-man lift.
Yeah.
That is an easy two-man lift.
A bit more centralised.
Yeah. We can probably get some wooden chocks just to.
Yeah, balance it up.
Yeah.
It's just so we can inspect it before we put it in, give it a blow off,
Yeah,
make sure the seals are not
Yeah,
tired.
carb's been covered up this time, so any dust hasn't gone into the mouth of the beast. And
Things like that.
yeah,
So this.
You need those shots.
and obviously 6 weeks ago, or whatever it was, new clutch went in, didn't it? So
Yeah.
it's had a new clutch, and really what we're going to do is just like a deep service and check, really, because we're convinced that it runs okay. But when we put it together for the MOT, probably going to drive it short journeys for 3-4 days just to see if anything falls off it, which is a normal thing when you put a car back together again. You just want to listen and treat it with kid gloves, really.
Hiya folks, thanks for watching this video. This is just a quick reminder for you to subscribe to our newsletter. It's the best way of keeping up to date all what's going on at the 2CV shop. Plus, we'll email you our free ebook, the 2CV Buyer's Guide. Now, back to the video.
So one of the last things that we need to do before we can reunite the body with the chassis, it's like a gasket kit, I guess, a foam gasket kit. So the body sits on this foam, right, where before you bolt the thing down. Once you bolt it down, it sandwiches it.
Yeah. So most people just use normal foam. No good, not very nice. So Catrice do the proper laser cut stuff, which is really nice to use.
Right. Okay. Cool. It's all pre-formed.
And it doesn't suck up moisture as well, which is
Well, I
the
was
main
just
thing.
about to say, because
Yeah,
of course
no,
it
it
sucks up
doesn't
moisture.
close cell.
As you'll probably remember from the first video I did on this car, the chassis was a replacement chassis many years ago, and it's galvanised. So although it doesn't look beautifully painted and stuff, it doesn't need to be because it's galvanised. I might get it professionally ice blasted or something, or get under it, but for the time being, we don't need to worry.
So what we got is 2 wide bits front and rear. Yeah, that's it. That bit's not needed. So 2 wide bits front and rear. Those bits go on the back of the chassis legs out the back there.
Right, okay.
So you don't need that bit yet. And we don't need that bit yet.
So these wide bits are like char and
Yeah.
char. Yep.
Yeah. And this one is the same. And that will go across the back there.
Yep. And then these, you were saying you push out the...
Yeah.
And this is where the body bolts go.
Through those holes here.
How many bolts is it to bolt the 2CV body back on?
Oh, now you're asking 14, if that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, so 16.
Okay.
So these two here, these 2 little ones go on the back. So they'll sit like that. And Joe will do the other one.
Our glamorous assistant.
and then pull these apart.
Now, instead of throwing these away, because these are self-adhesive, that light colour's just like a, these little nodules which you'd otherwise throw away. I'm thinking might better use these for other parts of the interior which might squeak when you first get it up back on the road. Just anti-chafe strips.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
look at that. And then that one goes in there. That one goes in there. And then sort of mock it up and make sure the bolt holes line up.
And then it's degreased so it sticks, right?
Now the weight of the body holds it down anyway, so
This is just to locate it while you're lowering the body on.
yeah. It's not going very far when you've got the body on. You will have to push it together a little bit and just make sure.
Oh, it's quite satisfying. Of course, the other thing you've got to do before you commit to lowering the body onto the chassis is make sure that you've definitely got any other jobs done that are easy peasy while we've got this level of access. So that's what replacing the fuel lines, making sure you've got the sender unit for the fuel gauge, and making sure that nothing's trapped like the brake line or anything like that. You'll be really annoyed. That's the polite way of saying it. You'll be really annoyed if you put the body on and realise that you didn't do it.
One of the other things you must put on before you put the body on is this steering column clamp.
Right.
Because this sort of comes into the body shell a little bit.
Yes.
To get that on after you've got the body shell bolted down, it's a hard work.
/ impossible.
Yeah. Basically, the body's got to come back off.
Yeah, now you can do the front.
Well, you've wiped that down, which is very, very good. Does that have to be tight there? Or?
It just got what you got is perfect, mate. As always.
Yeah, right. Things that people never say to me. And as Borat says, Yashka Mashka! As they say in France, naturally. This man here has had, how long have you had your 2CV for?
The one out there, the red and white one, we've had for 32 years. It was my wife's first car. We bought it as a 5-year-old, 40,000 miles, and it's just clicked over 208,000. Original engine, rebuilt gearbox. Most of the bodywork is not original. Darren resprayed it in 2011. It was our everyday car for 18 years.
Bloody hell.
And my wife will get rid of me first before that car goes. It's now used an awful lot, but summer only.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the sort of car you can just jump in and like Saturday morning. Thought, shall I bring a modern? No, so I got that out of the garage and just brought it down.
It's great.
And thrashed it 120 miles down here.
Not 120 miles an hour. 120
miles distance. And yeah, she loves that car.
So it's your fault that your son Richard,
I was forced into this. Yeah. I didn't have a choice on the cars.
We got the 007. I bought it. Oh, when did I buy that car?
About 2005, 2006.
Yeah, 2005, 2006. I bought it for 200 quid. It was sitting in a barn. I saw it on the way to work, and on the way home, knocked on the door, spoke to the farmer, and it was her niece's car.
Yeah.
So I ended up ringing the niece up. The farmer gave me the number, rang the niece up, quick conversation, said, do you want to buy it? I went, not really, but I'll come and have a look. And said, it needs to go, 200 quid. Well, you can't say no to that, can you? There's only, how many left? 3, 4. 4 now, the right-hand drive 007s. So I had it.
Rare.
Yeah, I had it. It was my everyday car for 3-4 years. Bodged it through an MOT with some horrible welding.
Blew it up.
Happened to blow the engine up on the M6 toll road. It was a beautiful sight. M6 toll road full of blue smoke. Swapped the engine over with a spare that's still in it. Still got that spare engine.
Came from under a bench. A completely unknown engine, still going strong now.
Yeah.
Well, it goes really strong.
Oh, yeah. One of the fastest cars I've ever driven.
So that was about 2010. we'd sort of decided it wasn't going to pass another MOT with some spectacular rock. Not chassis, the chassis was perfect.
Yeah.
Still got the original chassis underneath it.
Yeah,
What they call
PO
PO chassis, which has got strengthening plates in it.
Yeah.
So it's still got the original chassis, but the body with the floor was horrible. There was a massive hole in the screen
All the
surrounding it
windscreen
here.
had gone.
So we sort of decided it's not going to pass an MOT, so we stuck it away in my in-laws, Melanie's parents' garage, left it at the back there, and it sat there for a few years. We moved it to our newly sort of rented workshop, and we sort of decided what we're going to do with it. It's going to take a lot to get it back on the road. It's going to take a lot of money, so I gave it to him. No, I didn't. I sold it to
you sold it
Joseph.
to me.
Yeah, for a
Don't give away a
pound.
freebie.
I'm not going to give it to him.
I'm giving you a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pound, and then I ended up spending $5,000 on it to get it back on the road. So that was a good
So
investment.
it was
wasn't
his
it?
first car, but it wasn't the first car we used. That was a Citroen AX.
Yeah,
But it
about
is
6 months. ago.
like we will never get rid of that one, the red and white one. He will never get rid of that 007.
No, I'm getting buried in that car.
And as you know, with the ice racing, he uses it, and it's a blooming
Oh,
rare car.
I'll drive it anywhere. I will do anything in that.
It's a cool car.
And does it make you feel even more guilty, Johnny, that you smashed it up on the ice?
Yeah.
Well, you crashed.
When you say smashed it up, I mean that's a.
X me on his crash my car.
That's
That
all,
was it.
that's
That's
all I
all
said.
he
I just left it at that.
Just a mere alpine kiss. Yes. It's just a little alpine kiss. I do feel guilty about it, yeah.
You can.
And this is the carburetor block, what we'll be putting a new one on. You can see somebody's put sort of gasket sealer on it. Well, it's no good at all. And also Jake has removed the fuel pump, because we're going to put a new fuel pump on it. It might be working now, but it's the old one, so it's not going to work for too long.
So these heat exchangers need repairing, weld repairing, so we'll take these off. Do that while the engine's out. Oil cooler seems okay, just needs a clean. Obviously, clutch is new, which you fitted. Didn't you? Either you
I'd
or,
say so.
you
Yeah,
or
yeah,
Jonny
me,
did.
me.
It was only 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. I slept since then.
And yeah, and then other than that, it's like it's cleaning and checking engine mounts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Darren says it's
They're probably okay, but they've been on now 7-8 years.
covered in oil.
And we got the car engine out. Let's just do it.
While the engine's out, they're easy, right?
Yeah.
When the engine's in the car, different story. It's mad to think that in the next 3 hours, that is going to be on that, and that's going to be in that, hopefully. So it will actually look like a car again. Yeah.
Jake has just taken the top of the carb off. We're going to put that in a sonic cleaner.
It's the thinking man's cleaning system, isn't it? The Sonic.
Yeah.
New engine mounts,
Get the engine off.
because you might as well while you're here.
I think this is the last screw. It's gummy, you know.
Yeah, can you see? Look at that. That's why we need to clean it. Because it looks like a chipmunk has been eating dry roast peanuts in this.
Richard's got a job of doing up all the bolts, ordering the body to the chassis. It's a one person job, because otherwise they will get missed. There's no particular torque setting, you just got to do them up tight. But it's easy to miss one if you don't mark them.
So, as we put the new loom in, of course the loom is for a later 2CV, and that's because the drivetrain for this car is from a later 2CV. That means the fuse box is different. It's got 2 of these, it's a bigger unit than it would have been on the original 1963 car. So we've had to drill and move these so they can sit, so that these 2 covers can both be removed without sort of chafing and heat. And that means we've ended up bolting it rather than using the sort of plastic clips, which is a little bit more substantial. Small things, but you know, you've got to get the wiring right. The good thing about pre-made wiring looms is they're sort of idiot-proof, which I'm about to challenge. Right, Darren, you're going to have to like dictate, I think, because I haven't got your Bible with me.
So what we've got to do is the long ones we've got to tuck over.
So they go lower.
Yeah. and the short ones go that side. So it doesn't matter which ones they go in, so just pick a colour.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
As long as it's colour to colour?
Yeah.
Right, so grey. I don't like doing wiring. I hate wiring.
If you put all of these down this side first, then we can actually do this side.
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing an exam at school. It's quite stressful. Everyone's got their weakness. Mine's maths and wiring.
And there's only one fuse in the bottom fuse holder.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have a full fuse box at the bottom.
No.
And then that one goes on there from memory.
Yeah, that's earth. But I want to really. The earth is so important in 2CVs on any car. So I'm really going to clean this off and get it back to bare metal. And I might even put earth somewhere else because it got a bad earth. Everything goes.
Yeah.
You get problems.
So these have got little collars with numbers on. So 5 goes to 5, etc., etc. Red 2 to red 2. Black. There we go. And blue.
Could be blue. Could be grey.
No, I am
colourblind.
I am colourblind, but I know that's blue. And that's to go down there.
That boy.
And that one.
And that one's got no markings on. This one's got no markings on. Like a glove.
Nice. Nice new wiring.
Next job is these two earths. We've got to decide where we're putting them. I want to test this fully before I decide to use that.
That's where they were, isn't it?
Yeah,
They were either there or there.
I would like to use that again, but I just want to make sure it's properly earthed.
Yeah. Right, there's not a lot of dashboard on the 2CVs, you know, not a lot of control, which is sort of the joy when you're working on it. This unit here, so you've got the indicator unit and then this. You can get repro ones, which Darren's got in stock. So we're gonna look at the original units and either refit them, or we might fit the new units and the old cladding. So that old cladding on instead of the black one. So they look old, but they're actually new inside. And I can keep these and either rebuild them on a rainy day, but it just means that when we get the car back on the road, there's less things to possibly go wrong. I was going to ask you, Darren, actually, the main differences between this car, dashboard-wise, early 60s 2CV versus like an 80s, 70s, 80s one. It's a pull lever to start, isn't it? That's the...
Yeah, it's a pull lever to start. There's more switches. There's one or two more warning lamps.
There's more on a 60s car?
No, there's more on
an
an
80s
car.
Right, I was going to say. This does have a fuel gauge though, doesn't it?
Yes, you got a luxury of a fuel gauge.
But I say that because the one behind my head, it's almost the sort of like patinated sister of this car. I'll take you for a walk round in a minute. That thing there that a customer's got in is slightly earlier by about a year than this, and that has loads of crossover parts, like the number plate light, which splits the number plate in two. Right, so that there. I mean, that plastic's in quite good condition, actually, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, what we do, we can take it apart and have a look.
Yeah. Let's have a goosey gander, shall we? So what does this do, Gareth, on the 2CV? The other one's the indicator, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the horn and lights.
So that's a bit. Okay, so it's like a rotating barrel with contacts on. So that... Wow. Oh, it's got like steps in it.
And that hasn't changed in They're still the same. What's in the new one?
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. So does that wear?
Yes.
Right, I presumed it would. What a cool little setup. Then there's the contact board there, which can slot in and out. So potentially we could use the casings.
Yeah, we can take the casing off as long as they should be compatible.
Yeah. At least you only have to really put a wiring loom in a car once, realistically. So although it's a bugger, at least you know then the status of the car's wiring. Like, it should eliminate any kind of question marks further down the line. So there we go. That's the wiring for this wiper. Right, we've made the executive decision to unbolt and remove the wiper motor. While we're here, we're going to check the condition of the terminals and the linkage, because it's easy to do it now. The same as the light switch. If we can reuse the original stuff, we're going to. This is the original wiper motor, I reckon. The old Serve Marshall. Also, I can probably clean up behind here as well. Yeah. Nice. Clean up those earths, those contacts. This is probably the highest draw unit, isn't it? It's the highest draw item on an old car. It's the wiper motor. They've got a lot of torque. So, just looking at, yeah, see that little panel there, which is the vent which stops flies from going in and stinging you, bees from flying into your lap when you're driving. It is crusty, but it's not you know what I mean? It's a bolt onto the car. It's not actually the main body of the car, so I'm less bothered about it. Time to remarry the engine with the trans. I'm still amazed at how light it is. Brilliant.
What you do, gentlemen? Put the top ones in. Now let go. Now if you turn the wheel, yeah, where's your nuts?
Nuts are here.
You try doing that with a Chevy LS. Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Reverse.
Ladies,
Will go back into here, so that goes down. That clips all together down there.
you got to admit, it's definitely better than it was when he took it off. Or you took it off,
Absolutely.
actually.
Just check I haven't got any like oil on my arse, because
Doesn't look
I
like.
might sit on some cardboard.
No, turn around. No, turn.
I'm gonna wrap my bum in plastic.
Right, so the left hand drive.
Left hand drive.
Right.
Shit.
We were braced.
Went a long way down. It's certainly
Is it,
Right.
it's a lot of giving it.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go on this side. See if it takes it up.
You sit in 2 series regular.
I know.
Don't forget, we haven't tied the
We've got this more to tie on
when
yet.
this is tied tight.
So it will go
Tighten
a
up
little
a
bit.
little
It will
bit.
go a bit tighter,
Tighter.
but it's the springing us.
It's boinging.
Yeah.
It's too boinging. How is it compared to your?
Would you want to
2
sit in one of them?
Do you want to sit in one?
Well, I will wrap plastic around my arse.
Yep.
I fear that I've got grease on me.
I don't think it's too bad.
Don't forget, this is not a bench seat.
No, these are separate seats, aren't they? So
Yeah.
I'll just But that is quite boingy.
Yeah.
And that's, like you say, a single seat, not a,
Yeah.
not a bench. Very good.
Considering how bleached they were.
Yeah. Almost, I mean, my dad couldn't believe it. He said, "Where's it been? Like Arizona?" I said, "No, it's been in Wiltshire."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, now if you're happy with that, Willem,
Yeah, no, I think that's cool.
we'll hop
Should
it
put it back
down.
on the top one. It's so light.
Yep.
My word. That's 2 seats. That's like 4 kilos. Amazing.
Yeah, watch out for the back lights on the front.
Yeah.
Now,
Down.
go down, Joe.
We could batch fraction. Yeah.
Well, then your way.
You
You're walking towards Jacob.
Yeah, down. Yeah.
Now we want our beautiful screwdriver just to line it up with.
Is that what you do through each hole?
Yeah.
Do you do like the 4 corners and then?
Well,
Pretty close.
it is, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
This isn't.
So it's like we knew what we were doing. Is it?
Nearly.
We're getting there. We're getting there. And in the next episode, you'll probably see it going for an MOT, he says,
Hopefully.
hopefully. But thanks for watching.